Okay, this is a current production lodge piece, and because of the way they cast them nowadays, with machine rather than hand, and I guess also dealing with the type of sand they use, it comes out with a really rough surface. Now, some skillets work better than others. I don't know why. Maybe a good day at the foundry, I don't know. But the older ones, I guess they had a finer casting to them, and they just worked better. And actually, some were actually ground smoother. The ground skillets do take a while to get a good seasoning to adhere. It's just the nature of the beast. So once you do this, it could take a year before the seasoning will actually start to be really, really nice. So it's a, labor of love. So on this 10-inch lodge, I'm going to be using one of these Avanti Pro quick strip discs for metal. This is a 4-inch one. I've got it just on my normal drill. This thing's hard as a rock and does a great job. Now, rather than using different sanding discs and different grits and things of that nature, this one disc does a great job of both. It'll strip off the seasoning and smooth it out. Now, this is the first step in the process. After this, we'll have to take it and put it in the oven and put it through a heat treat cycle, the oven cleaning cycle. Basically because when you polish it like this, it gets too slick actually. So we're going to smooth it out and it'll get like a mirror, very shiny finish. And then I'm going to put it through the heat treat cycle, which basically makes it like a micro matte finish, which does a much better job of dealing with the seasoning and holding on to it. So let's get started. As you can see here, it doesn't take long to get it smoothed out. As you can see here, it's nice and smoothed out. It's not perfectly flat, which I'm not worrying about. And you see these little dimples and things. That's the pitting that's in the surface underneath the seasoning when they pour it. I'm not going to get all those out. I'm just smoothing it out, and that's what we're looking for. Those little dimples will not hurt anything at all. They'll actually fill in over time and be completely smooth as you use it. Now I'm going to take this 40 grit on my orbital sander and smooth out the whole surface. This will also get rid of that hazy, scratchy 3D look. See, nice and smooth. All the scratches are mostly gone. Nice and shiny. Very pretty. And sorry for sounding like Darth Vader here. I have a mask on. Before we put this in the oven on the cleaning cycle, I want to get all the debris off of it. So I'm going to use a SOS pad here and completely scour it and clean it off. And then I'm going to be using some dishwashing detergent. I use Dawn, and clean it off with that, rinse it, and then dry it and put it through the heat cycle. Here I'm removing all the water from the skillet from cleaning it in the sink. Once I'm done with this, I will put it in the oven on the self-cleaning cycle. This completely strips any and all seasoning from the skillet. It absolutely just burns it right off. And what it will also do is this shininess will go away. It'll still be very smooth, but it will get this matte finish to it, which really helps with the seasoning. Okay, the oven cleaning cycle is completed. It's been about 3.5 hours and I stopped it. It normally goes for about 4.5 hours. Now as you can see here, these skillets, they are completely clean. I mean, there's nothing left. And they're actually a little bit darker if you noticed. Okay, I do not show this in the video right here, but I do take the skillets back over to the sink and completely clean them again. Scrubbing with SOS, cleaning with Dawn dishwashing detergent. Then I dry them off with clean paper towels to be put into the oven for 10 minutes at 350, which is happening here, to completely dry them off before I put oil on them for seasoning. Okay, the skillets just came out of the oven. They're in for 10 minutes at 350. And they're nice and warm, so this Crisco shortening that I'm putting on them is completely melting and going all in the pores and everything. It's going to flow into all the cracks and crevices, everything. It's the best time to do it. Use it liberally. Get the front, the back, everything. You want to be just gooped on there for this point. Okay, now I'll let the skillets sit until they cooled off. Now I'm going to take clean paper towels and remove every single bit I can of the seasoning, especially on the inside. A very thin microcoat is all you need. This is the first seasoning of 3. This is what it should look like when you're ready to put it into the oven. We're going to bake them for 1 hour at 350. About 10 minutes into the hour, take a look at the surface of the skillet that's smooth and make sure it's not spotting with too much oil. If it is, wipe it clean with a paper towel and let it go for the rest of the hour. Okay, it's been an hour. The first seasoning is done and looks pretty good. It's even, it's shiny, no spotting. Okay, while the pan's still hot, time to add coat number 2. We're going to repeat the same process. Apply it while the pan's hot. Cover everything. Don't worry about getting too much, because as we have done before, we're going to wipe it all off. Okay, second coat's been wiped down, all excess removed. Time to go into the oven for another hour at 350. And don't forget that 10 minutes into this, you take a peek and make sure it's not spotting or anything. This is actually the second coat being completed after an hour. It's getting nice and thick and smooth. Now here we go with the third coat. It's been applied to it and wiped down. You've seen the process before. Now it's going back into the oven for the hour at 350. Now this is the spotting I was talking about. The small skillet I had in there did this. It looks like leopard spots. You just wipe it out like this and see it's gone, but this oil's still there. Now you put it back in and let it continue for the hour. Okay, the hour's up. Third coat is set, and it is time to crank the heat up to 500 for an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It depends if you have a convection oven or not, or just the skillets sometimes need longer to turn dark. This is going to be the darkening stage. Okay, it's been about an hour and a half or so. Let's cut the fan off because you have to have it on because it will smoke because you're burning the oil on the pan. They look dark. Look nice. Let's pull them out and take a look. Excuse my daughter in the background. They look good, nice and smooth, even. Now they look more copperish right here, but that's because of the copper colored light on the stove. I'll turn it off in just a second and you'll get a look. See? They look good. Smooth, dark, ready to go. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope this may help you get smooth, beautiful, large skillets. Have a good day.